Hello, 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 hello. Hey there, Nemo Ashong here, coming at you live as we share something really amazing, Appreciation August. So I've been talking about this for a little bit here, and I wanted to just say congratulations. We're here in August here, and what I want to do is really just spend some time sharing what is Appreciation August and how, more importantly, how do you play? Because what Appreciation August is really just a concentrated period of time where you and others all over the world are just going to come and celebrate and value the things about other people. So here we go. I am the founder of Enjoyment and pioneer leader of the World Joy Movement. And the World Joy Movement is all about bringing together a truly inclusive and empowered world by celebrating and valuing the things that make us different. So that sounds great, like from a high level perspective. What we're going to be able to do is really take some time to break that down and bring it to life. Not even break it down, just bring it to life. Here we go. So when we look at the part of the movement that is really probably the most important part of it all is that this movement doesn't need to take place from every single person all over the world at the same time. Really what happens is that it's really what we as individuals do with others in our world at that time. So it's happening right now, and it's happening with each and every one of us. And so Appreciation August is a great way for us to just start and play around with it. Why do we do an Appreciation August? Well, I'll tell you right now, you should know this about me. I'm a recovering people pleaser. I've actually spent a lot of my life being in various groups, taking on different activities and challenges, and really just trying my best to be in various places whenever I can. The fun part about that is that I've learned to be in multiple areas, in multiple arenas, but at the same time, I've also learned how to really just be really great at making other people happy, even if it means that I myself don't necessarily figure out what's going on for me. So with Appreciation August, it's given us a chance here to slow things down a bit, to slow things down to the point where we can change the lens in which we see our world, change the lens from a world of, let's be real, like a latent anger, a bit of anxiety in terms of what's going on at all times, what's going to happen next, to change our view from a place where we're disempowered, where we don't have any ability to do anything about what's going on around us, and to change our view from a place where we're all different, we're all siloed, and why can't we come together? Appreciation August gives us a chance to build the muscle to actually spread joy in our world right here and now. The fun part about this here is I'm always doing these things in thoughts of you and other pioneers. And one of the things that comes up is that for a lot of people, when they're out trying to celebrate and value the things that make themselves different, it's actually kind of hard for them. They're like, I'm not sure what it is about me that makes me different. I'm not sure what it is about me that I can really hold on to and use to be confident, to be strong. A word nowadays that's going around is to be resilient. I'm kind of like beyond that, but there's a place here around how do we actually know what it is about ourselves that can allow us to go through the world in such a fun and easy way while still spreading joy. So to that end here, Appreciation August is all about you and others spreading appreciation. We're going to do it through two different lenses. We talk about the mission being about celebrating and valuing the things that make us different. So each week we'll be focused on one of those two topics there, either celebrating or valuing. For the rest of this week, since it's a short week here leading into the beginning of August, we're just going to go with appreciation however you choose to feel it. Let that ring. Let it ring. And then starting next week, we'll go off and we'll start looking into, okay, how do we value others? And then the week afterwards, we'll look into how do we celebrate? And we'll do it again. We'll have two iterations of both. So we get a chance to cycle through, get a chance to practice and see what is it like. I'm seeing David Levy on today's conversation here. It's great to see you. I am the man, and I appreciate you recognizing. Thank you for sharing that. But even here, I didn't expect to say that, but even here in this moment, there's a bit of appreciation that's already going on. Noticing that that you had something positive to say, and I was able to receive that. And able to receive that in a way that, quite frankly, a lot of times when I look at leadership, or when I had looked at leadership, when I had looked at really going forward and being supportive, being pleasing other people, there wasn't any space for me in there too. There wasn't any space to receive. And so with Appreciation August, we're actually giving people the gift of being able to know what's great about them. I actually learned this during Hobie. That was my first real interaction of being in an environment where people actually spent the time to celebrate one another, to affirm one another, to share some of the great things about them, and to actually get into a place of vulnerability and trust and honesty. I remember I was 24 years old for the first time there, and I got a chance to come and facilitate a Hobie in central Pennsylvania. My wife had gone through it when she was an ambassador when she was 15 or 16 years old, and I didn't know at the time, but it was part of my test to see, am I someone who can go from a guy she's dating to long-term material? I passed. But in that there, it was amazing to me because I was 24 and I'm seeing for the first time, I'm like, I've been living in New York City. I've been going to work every day, and everything that had been coming to me had been critical feedback, constructive feedback. Everything just being like, here goes the 5% of what you did right. Here goes the 90% of what you did wrong. And then, let's go again with this 5% of what you did right again. Let's give you that sandwich. But really what I want to do is change who you are to be more like this. What I got a chance to experience with Hobie was a weekend, an experience of just being able to support one another and help people see the things that they themselves don't see about themselves. Help them see what makes them special. Helps them see what gives them their gifts. And what I saw come out of that as a result was so much energy, not just positive, and just energy that was used toward actually being able to go forth and do something with it. Energy that allowed these ambassadors and the people that were facilitating those sessions to go forth into the world and make something happen. And especially now, more than ever, we need that kind of energy. We need that energy to continue to keep moving forward, to keep going through, and not just survive, but to thrive. And we can't do that with just images of all the things that are going wrong in our world. So I want to help us remember what is great about what we have going on. I want to help us fill each other's tanks along the way and be able to have other language, other things to talk about, other things to come together about beyond what is wrong in our life or in the world, in our world or in the world. Instead, we're going to have a chance to be able to celebrate and value something about ourselves. So generally speaking, I'm going to kind of keep this light. That's an edge for me. Usually I want to go in and say, this is all different things. You should see my notes on Appreciation August. I'm like, maybe every single day I should come up with something new, and it's a new talent, it's a new task. I'm like, let's do light. Let's just do light right now. And just keep this something where it's very simple to participate in. And the only thing that you really need to do during Appreciation August is every day find one person and one way to share some appreciation for them. Over the upcoming days and weeks, I'll be sharing more about what does appreciation look like. Here are some ways that you might be able to do it. I'll give you some additional tips and tricks and things that you can do, and different ways to think about it that might open up something for you. But I want you to know, in doing this here, you not only give the gift to someone else of knowing that they matter and understanding what it is about them that really resonates, that really shines through, that even when they think everything else is going wrong, people still see this about them. What a wonderful gift to give to someone. Why would you hold that back when it's only a matter of your words that you need to go ahead and share? But you're also, through this process, not only are you giving out that way, you're receiving, if you really pay attention. And I was going to save this for the big reveal at the end of it all, but there's no reason to do that here. We're all adults, we can make this happen. The things, what I've found from years of spending time sharing appreciation with others is the things that we admire about other people also are a reflection of ourselves. So the more that we spend our time appreciating others, the more insight we have into the things that are important to us, the more insight that we have into what we are really, really strong at, the more insight we have into the things that we do and our beliefs and the way that we look at the world, that we really actually, that can be a little bit more concrete and more deliberate, more intentional going forward. It also helps us realize, hey, here are some of the areas where I'm not that strong. And now I can come in and partner with you. We can collaborate, because your difference only makes me stronger. Your difference only makes us better. With what you have going on and what I have going on, like, we can actually create something really, really unique. And that there is the intention. That's what's behind this whole World Joy movement. It isn't joy from the sense that it's like, oh, it's a wonderful day, the sun is shining, the camera's moving in circles. No, it's not about that, all right? It's about getting us to a place where we can continue to take action in the world, where we can lead forward and really come from a place of just positive energy toward creating something, toward leading others, toward creating our world and creating our life in the way that we really want it to be. So that's it. We'll keep it simple. What I'll ask here is to really help make this a movement. Let's not do this in isolation, right? Let's not be alone in this. All you have to do is, as you're going through this here and you're sharing appreciation, go ahead and share a post wherever is your means of best means of communication. Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube. What are the kids using nowadays, right? Instagram. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that. But just use the hashtag Appreciation August, and we'll just keep it that simple. And if you can't remember Appreciation August, you can use the hashtag World Joy. But just use that. And what I'm going to ask is that you share something about not what you did, but how, like, your experience of it. Because this is really about, I'll talk about this in a future video, about there's a part of this about internalizing the appreciation for ourselves and also externalizing it for others. You'd be surprised how many people don't get to hear the things about them that are amazing. You'd be surprised how many people think that they're going through life, and what is really important to them, no one else notices. Even if they seem to be successful, the things that they really, really care about, no one else gets it. But what I've found is that, even, like, I'll use myself as an example. Even when I'm having a bad day, even when I'm trying to hide it because I don't know if I fit in or I belong, like, apparently my joy, my smile, it exudes, even when I'm trying not to. So just by you sharing these things here, you're going to give people these insights. And we're just going to keep it simple. What I would love for you to do is to come back and share about your experience in sharing that appreciation. I'm not concerned with how that person received it. I'm not concerned with what you wanted them to feel. It would be a great way for us to just really share in a very unapologetic and truthful way what our truth was about it. Why did we decide that we wanted to share the appreciation? Why did we decide that we wanted to do it in that way? And use the hashtag Appreciation August to really help spur and show how we're all going about it in our own ways. I want to end this here with a bit of freedom here. So in two ways. The first one is that it's Appreciation August. It's 30 days of appreciation, and we're focusing on two major areas: celebration and valuing. And we'll get to both of them and break that down a little bit later on. There'll be some things around affirmations. There'll be some things about sharing gratitude. There'll be some things around various ways that you can value different people. So I'll break that down and give you other tools along with that. But so that's one place of freedom. Just don't feel like you need to know everything there. There's no right way to do this. I'm just going to give us a little bit of a framework where we can continue to practice week after week and kind of have some cycles on work that we're doing. Secondly, while this is for 30 days and the intent is for everyone to be able to do it to share appreciation with one person in their own unique way each of the 30 days, if you miss a day, if you miss a week, it's okay. Just come back whenever you can. The whole point here is that we're showing and creating world joy in our world right then and there in the moment. So just don't feel like you need to be perfect. Don't feel like you need to do it all day. Don't feel like, oh no, it's already the end of the day. I haven't shared anything. I haven't shared my appreciation. It's okay. That what we really want is to be able to start building the muscle of being able to articulate what it is about others that really that really means something to us, what it is about others that they're doing so well. And the last part of the freedom here is that I'm going to invite you to do it in whatever way works best for you. So I'm a talker. I love talking to people. So I'll go by and, hey Lisa, I see you there. Hi. But I'm a talker. I'll go by and I'll engage in communication. I'll talk to someone about it. I'll create a video. A lot of the ways that I love to show appreciation is that I create a video and I just send it to them and let them know. Out of the blue, weren't even expecting it. Here goes Nemo with coming on video and sharing something with you. It's something that works for me, and it's super easy and it's very fun for me. For you, it might be drawing something. It might be something that you saw, or maybe it's an emotion or a feeling that they make you have, and you draw something around it, and you leave a quick message. And you let them know when you give them the drawing. It could be in person, it could be over email, whatever, or like WhatsApp or LinkedIn or Facebook Messenger, whatever it is that you do, Instagram. If you can just go in there and just say, hi, hey Nathaniel, I drew this picture because I was thinking about you, and one of the things that I really appreciate about you. And one of the things that when I think about you, I really get this sense of just radiant, positive energy. And that's not something that comes around on a very frequent basis. So I drew this for you because this is what I see when I look at you. This is what I feel when I look at you. To be honest, that's another way of communicating. For some people, that's going to be even more powerful than a video. For some people, it's going to be even more powerful than a handwritten note, or whatever it is that works for you. I guess my thing is that all the examples I come up with are just different ways that I might go about doing it had I had the skill and if it was easiest for me. But I just don't want to restrict you in terms of what it needs to look like. The outcome is what is important. How are you sharing appreciation? And you might find throughout here that you experiment with a couple of different ways. You don't know right off the bat. That's fine. It's taken me a while again, I've been practicing this for years now. So it's easier for me to come forth and speak someone into the room and share exactly. I don't typically do bios anymore. I don't say this is what they do and everything. I share who that person is for me. And in that, there's a way of sharing a lot of appreciation. So I just want to put it out there that it doesn't need to look like you talking to someone. There are many different ways for you to show appreciation towards someone. The key here is that make sure that they know why. However you choose to do it, make sure they know why. It's not enough to say, I really appreciated that you did this for me, whatever this is. Because there's no information in there. There's no information about the individual. So instead, I really appreciated that you did this for me because when you did it, it made me feel this way. Or because it was another indication of how thoughtful you are, or how, whatever is true for you in that moment, make sure you include the why. That's the most important part of it all. That's the insight for them and the insight for yourself. So I'll leave it from this perspective here. Actually, no, I'm not going to leave it there because I don't want to leave it with the logistics. I want to leave on possibility. If you're watching this here, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for participating. You're already participating in Appreciation in August. Just you being here is helping me know, hey, there's something here. There's something that needs to get out here, and it's solidifying me throughout this week here. So just know that just by watching, you've already done something. If you want to do something more, go ahead and share this video. Hit the like button and then share the video just to the people around you. For some people, it will resonate. For some people, it won't. But just do that small thing as a token of showing appreciation to me to help other people know this, because ultimately I just want to spread the joy. I want to spread the joy however I possibly can. Know that I'll be coming back with either videos, some posts. There'll be different things along the way, but this is just supposed to be something that's fun and something that we get to celebrate it as we do. Let's have fun as we go about doing this. I'm going to start with songs. I'm going to do various things here, and we're just going to see what comes out of it. And the best part about this here is that what you share is going to go back to help inform how other people can go about and create more joy in their life without having to change everything else around it, but to be able to just create more joyful environments where they'll be able to have the energy to take on whatever else they need to take on for that day, whatever else they need to do in terms of what they want for their vision of the world. So let's go forth and let's do that. I'll leave it at that and ask you here, if you we're told, if it came to you, if one person each and every day told you one thing about yourself that they really appreciate, that they really value, that they want to take the time to celebrate. If every day for the next 30 days, you had someone come and share that with you, how would that transform your month? How would that change the way that you would show up in your family, in your relationships, at work? How would it change the way that you view yourself? What would it open up for you? What new things would you want to do? How would you feel? Take some time to think about that and feel about what it would be like for you to receive it there. And then know that every time that you go forth and you share that joy, you're giving that sensation and more to the person who receives it. That's why we do this. We're creating the world joy right now. And it's simple. So go forth, share your appreciation. For the rest of this week, just do it however it feels good. And then we'll start coming in with, let's focus on how do we value others. Then we'll focus on the week after on how do we celebrate. Then back to valuing it and back to celebrating. And we'll just keep it that simple. Use the hashtag Appreciation August along the way to share any insights, any feelings, any things that came up. Maybe you draw something and you want to share a picture of that. Whatever it is, let's just do this together and have fun in the process. All right, I really appreciate all of you all and looking forward to what comes out from here. If you have any questions at all, please leave it in the comments or send me a message. The more that you're able to share with me, the more that I'm able to understand where is the disconnects. How can I help make your life easier as we go about and spread this joy? Because this is my mission. This is what I'm here on this earth to do. When I look into it and I think about the possibilities, it's absolutely phenomenal. And I'm really, really excited to be doing this with all of you. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and do this. Choose joy each and every day. Until later on, bye.